Hello, welcome to the newest episode. Hello, debate me. Hello, welcome to the newest. Hello, welcome to the. Hello, welcome to the newest. Hello, welcome to the. Hello, welcome to the newest. Hello, welcome to the debate mates are back. Good afternoon, basketball fans. Hello, basketball fans. Hello, basketball fans. Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to part 2 of the 1-year anniversary special. Last time it was me, Jack, and Coach Z, and this time it's my current co-host. We got Coach Stretch.
My man.
Debate mates.
Debate mates. Beep, 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 beep.
So Stretch, he was sick when we recorded the main one,
Yeah.
but he was able to use his strength because when he heard it was about the 1-year anniversary,
Absolutely.
he knew he had to power through.
Absolutely. Power through, man.
Showing us what LeBron James failed to do at the end of the year,
Whoa.
where he couldn't just stick it out for the last 10 games. But Stretch,
Whoa.
Mamba mentality,
Yes, I have.
coming up big in the clutch.
Absolutely.
Nathan unfortunately has the flu, so no matter what amount of Mamba mentality he has, we
No.
might not be getting
There's not
any
enough Mamba
input
for
from
the
him.
flu. Right.
Yeah. He might be sending in a video with some of his award predictions, which is what we did last time, but I don't want to make any promises. Stretch and I, since I already gave my award predictions, we're going to move on to playoff seedings.
Okay.
West and East.
Okay.
Where do you want to start?
We'll start with the least of the East
Okay.
first.
So start at the 8 and work our way up.
Yeah. Orlando Magic.
As your 8 seed?
That's my 8 seed.
I think that's pretty low.
I think that's pretty high. I think that's pretty high. I mean, like I said, they didn't make the push, so last year I think they were a 7 seed. Yeah, they were a 7 seed last year. I mean, so like I said, the things in the East, like 7, 8, 9, 10, they all are going to be separated by maybe a game and a half.
Right.
So they could be a 7 seed again, but I think they'll be an 8.
Right. So the teams that you can definitely count out: Cavs,
Yeah.
Knicks,
Yeah.
Hornets,
Oh, God, yes.
Pistons.
No.
Pistons, not counting out the Pistons. What? Some Bulls, Hawks.
Bulls, Hawks,
They're a mix, but
Yeah.
so 5, and then that leaves 10 other teams that I guess are in the mix. And I'm
Mhm.
trying to think of them off the top of my head. But for the 8 seed, I'll go with Miami Heat.
Okay.
I don't think they have a very good roster other
No.
than Jimmy Butler.
Right.
Tyler-
And Dragic.
Yeah, Tyler
like
Hero is a sleeper for Rookie of the Year. He's a pretty good shooter out of Kentucky. Other than that, they got Bam Adebayo, who got cut from Team USA as a center.
I mean, he's a 6'8" center. He's not gonna do a whole lot.
Right.
Right. 6'8" center.
And then, other than that, no more Dwayne Wade.
No.
That's about it. So
That's it.
Jimmy Butler can take them to the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. That's pretty shallow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
What's that? 37 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless this is crazy. Did you hear that the first practice of the year was at 10 a.m. and he showed up at 3:30
330 what?
in the morning? That's not
Jimmy
that's
is
not Mamba
ins-
mentality. That's just
Jimmy is insane, man.
he wants to be playing 12 minutes a game by the start of the first game.
Jimmy is insane, but I love it, man. I love his work ethic, man. But he is insane. Yo.
I think there's a difference between good work ethic and just
He is insane.
Stupidity.
Like he's insane. Like for real, he's insane. He got some issues he need to work out. He got some issues he need to work out. So you going Heat with the 8. I got Orlando Magic. 7 seed. I actually have the Pistons at the 7.
all right. I'm gonna go with the Orlando Magic at the 7th seed.
Okay. I say Pistons because they got a rejuvenated Derrick Rose who's probably going to be running more point than Reggie Jackson, thank God. Other than that, I don't know their wing players off the top of my head, their 2s and 3s, but they have Blake Griffin coming off of that knee surgery.
Right.
Hopefully he'll be healthy. Andre Drummond's going to give you what Andre Drummond gives you, solid double-double, 14 points, 15 boards. And, I mean, when you have 2 horses, you can compete in the East.
Right. I don't
And
really
Blake
know-
Griffin's still a horse.
I don't really know if you can call Andre Drummond a horse.
No, I was talking about Derrick Rose.
Okay. I don't know if you can call Derrick Rose a horse.
Rejuvenated Derrick Rose still a horse? He ain't a stallion, but he's a horse.
Yeah, I guess.
Kentucky Derby, they got 16 people, 16 horses? He's like 16, 15.
You can come in there at the end.
Yeah,
All right, I guess I could see that.
yeah.
But normally, in order to race, you have to have 4 working legs.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he has any.
So, my 7th seed is the Orlando Magic. Not because I think they're going to get worse, but the other teams in the East that were ahead of them, or behind him, I guess, got a little bit better.
Okay.
Like, they could still finish with a similar record. I could see but I don't think they'll do too much better.
Still be the same thing.
Because they had, I believe, the fourth best defense or fourth best record after the All-Star break.
Right.
But that was 30, 25 games of the season.
Right.
Can they do that for 82 games?
I don't like what an All-Star game is. I'll say that before we go. I mean, I feel like the All-Star game should be dead in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of like, it's like the last third. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see the All-Star break, it's like, oh man, it's almost playoff time. I think the All-Star break should be more around January. But, you know, hey, whatever.
Right.
That's just me.
And Aaron Gordon, I think, will probably have improved. I don't think he's an All-Star. So? I don't think he'll ever be an All-Star. But I think he's starting to get better.
Okay.
And then Mo Bamba will be healthy for the whole year, hopefully.
I like Mo Bamba.
Yeah. And then other than that...
Yeah, they still have Vucevic, right?
Right, they still have Vucevic.
They overpaid for that guy.
All-Star center. And then they still have Jonathan Isaac, who's been most improved for about 5 years now. And Markelle Fultz.
That's your guy, by the way.
Yep, that's my guy. So they have a lot of pieces. They have a lot of good pieces, or they have a lot of quality pieces that could become good pieces.
Absolutely, I get that.
So they're not going to fall out of the playoffs. They could go higher than 7, but off the top of my head, 7 is about as high as I can put them.
Okay. And that gives us number 6.
The Brooklyn Nets.
The Brooklyn Nets, baby. Welcome back home, Brooklyn. Number 6. You were 6 last year. You will be 6 again. Max Kyrie is in the building. That's all you have. Congratulations. Woo! Oh man, they might go 500. 41-41, 6 seed in the East. That's all they got. It's Kyrie.
My 6th seed was Toronto Raptors.
What?
What? Do you have them higher?
Yes. They've only lost Kawhi Leonard.
And Danny Green.
Watch out, world. Watch out, world. They're missing Danny Green.
Yeah, but when Danny Green came to the Lakers and it was the other side, you're like, watch out, world, we got Danny Green.
Because he's a wing defender in the West.
If they had lost Kawhi and still had Danny Green, then maybe I'd put him a little bit higher. But now, who is their best wing defender?
Norman Powell.
Exactly.
Norman Powell can play. Norman Powell can ball.
Occasionally.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is what he's going to prove. He's going to prove it this year.
So, other than that, they still have Kyle Lowry. He looks like he gained weight.
Oh, yeah, he looks fat. He had surgery or something like that.
Thumb surgery, I think.
Yeah, so he got fat. I don't understand. He had thumb surgery and didn't run. See, that's what happens when you win championships, man.
And then they still have Marc Gasol, who played really well in the finals.
Right.
They still have Pascal Siakam, who's looking to prove that he's worth a max contract.
Right, you trying to get that
potential All-Star, maybe.
He'll be an All-Star this year.
Other than that, they have OG and Anunoby, who missed most of last year.
Well, I think they set him to make sure Kawhi got all the minutes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But OG can play.
Yeah, this year he'll be getting more time.
Yeah. He's gonna start.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, he's gonna start.
And they got Norman Powell, like you said, who played well about.
Yeah, in stretches.
In stretches, but there were also times in the Milwaukee series where he couldn't even be on the court.
Yeah, he was bad in Milwaukee.
They still have shout out to Jack, the Steph Curry stopper, Fred VanVleet, sharpshooter.
I like Fred.
The only guy that had a finals vote other than Kawhi Leonard, finals MVP vote other than Kawhi.
I don't see how.
The single vote.
He had 1 vote.
So they do have a pretty solid roster.
That's what I'm saying. So a 6 seed?
Well, like I said, I think some teams got better.
All right, we'll be waiting to hear this.
To fall from the 2nd seed to the 6th seed and you lose Kawhi Leonard isn't that big of a drop.
I mean, he didn't even. How many games did he play last year? 60?
Probably.
Somewhere around there?
Yeah.
Like, and let's be real. Kawhi Leonard had 2 great series. The rest of it was a team effort, which is what they have been doing the entire time.
Right.
It's like they have a great system in Toronto. Nick Nurse, he put in a good system, and he's inventive.
And they still have Serge Ibaka throughout that.
Yeah, they got Serge. Like, I think, look, actually, have them around 4.
Thinking about it again, though, they might be a 6 seed, which is where I have them. They could go higher, but this team, I think, is better fit for the playoffs than Kawhi.
I agree.
Not Kawhi, Kyle, DeMar. Mm-hmm. This might be a better team roster-wise, but regular season-wise, there was just something about DeMar and Kawhi, or DeMar and Kyle that they always seem to thrive in the regular season. But this roster might be better, but I don't know if they have the same caliber.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, DeMar DeRozan is one of the, he's a great regular season guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But postseason he usually goes missing.
Right.
So who's your 5?
So my 5 seed here, I'm gonna have to say the Brooklyn Nets.
Come on, man.
I have them one spot higher than you. Because I was playing this game on 2K today, right? And obviously, Kevin Durant is still healthy though on 2K.
On 2K.
Which kind of makes my vision a little bit more blurry.
Okay.
But DeAndre Jordan had like 20 points and 20 rebounds.
Blurred vision, baby.
Spencer Dinwiddie had 20-some points. Kyrie only had to have 18, a couple assists. And we beat the Celtics by about 25 points.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. If Kyrie only has 18, he'll destroy your locker room. He's going to trash your locker room. If he only has 18 points, he's going to kill your locker room. I don't think they're any higher than a 6.
All right, so who's your 5?
Indiana Pacers.
All right, that's who I'll have them a little higher.
Yeah, Indiana Pacers. I have Victor comes back. They get Malcolm Brogdon. They can end up being probably the best defensive backcourt in the East. They lost Bogdanovic. Boyan. Yeah, they lose Boyan. But other than that, I mean, they're still solid. They got Miles Turner. Don't get me started. But, I mean, he's he's him.
Yeah.
He's a great shot blocker.
He plays basketball.
He plays, great defender.
Right.
Great defender.
So, more on the Brooklyn Nets. I understand that you're skeptical about them based off of last season with Kyrie Irving. But the one thing that you're holding against them is Kyrie Irving's last season. There's nothing that you said negative about the roster other than that surrounding Kyrie Irving. As far as I might have just tuned you out after a while. But I'm pretty sure last year I haven't heard you say anything bad about the rest of the roster, like Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, Joe Harris,
They're solid.
Jared Allen.
They're solid.
So if the one knock is Kyrie Irving, that is a pretty big knock. But can the roster get that much? Can that one player make that work?
Yes. Look, check this out.
Was D'Angelo Russell a great locker room guy though? Are we gonna?
Yes.
Do we think
absolutely
he really changed that much?
Yeah. Do you see how much fun they were having on the bench last year?
Yeah.
That's D-Lo, baby. That's the D-Lo effect.
But now Kyrie's with his friends. He's not gonna have.
His friend won't even be there.
He's still gonna be there.
No, he won't.
And they have DeAndre.
Is DeAndre their friend?
Yeah. They took them a little bit less than the max so they could get DeAndre.
DeAndre's not. DeAndre, don't trust them, man. Don't trust them guys, man.
Other than that, Joe Harris is one of the premier 3-point shooters in the league.
Okay.
And then they have
the UVA guy, Wahoo Wah.
They have 8 guys, or when Kevin Durant's healthy, but so they have 7 guys. As he's not playing, that could close the game, or that not close the game, but couldn't be on the floor and to close the game. Kyrie, Joe Harris, Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, DeAndre Jordan, Jared Allen.
DeAndre Jordan can't be on the floor.
Well, he improved his free throw percentage.
From what, 37 to 42?
It's up to 76.
Oh God.
They have, I was going to say Wilson Chandler, because he starts, but those 6 really are the 6 guys that you can have on the floor to close the game.
Okay.
Karis LeVert, they're going to be one of the more clutch teams if they have late game situations.
Okay. With
Kyrie, Spencer Dinwiddie, who had a couple of game winners last year.
Kyrie won't pass the ball. So you named all these guys who are great off the ball,
right? And
he won't pass it to them, which is what was going on in Boston. He won't pass it.
I think the coach in Brooklyn seems a little bit more hardcore than Brad Stevens did.
Okay.
But yeah,
it's a superstar
I have
league,
high
man.
hopes for them as a 5 seed. That's about as high as they can get, though.
That's it, man. That's it. All right, 4.
Indiana Pacers.
Okay. 4. Oh, who was my 4? Toronto. Yeah, Toronto. Yeah, Toronto. Toronto's my 4.
All right.
For obvious reasons. They lost some, so they're going to drop a couple. But I think they still might, they'll be right there.
Yeah.
All right. 3.
Boston Celtics.
What?
Do you not have them in the playoffs?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Really? So who do you have as your 3?
I have.
Wait, don't tell me you're 2 and you're 1 yet. But who do you have as your 3?
You think Boston's gonna be a 3 seed?
Who do you think will be the 3 seed?
Miami.
Yo, whoa.
I think Miami's gonna be a 3 seed. Reason being is because I think they're gonna make a blockbuster move into All-Star around the All-Star line.
And get like what, Bradley Beal?
Yeah. They're gonna have the cap space to re-sign him next year. They're gonna make a blockbuster deal.
They'll have to really improve though, because they normally struggle pre-All-Star break.
But that's why they're gonna play so hard. So, okay, so the first part of the season, Jimmy Butler's gonna go crazy.
Right.
Him and Drad, they're gonna go crazy. All right. And then they're gonna pull the deal, get Bradley Beal, and then they're gonna go on a tear after the All-Star break and get to the 3 seed.
I mean,
Bradley Beal's gonna force his way out of Washington early, like early.
So before All-Star break, maybe?
Yes.
If that happens, then
Bradley Beal will be in the Heat jersey before the All-Star break.
But who would they have to give up though?
Picks.
You think they'd only have to give up picks?
Picks.
What if the Wizards say,
And probably Hero.
hey, let's throw John Wall into the mix?
We don't want him.
They're not going to be able to get rid of him. I think they're going to have to fall into like a trap where they have to get both of them together if they're going to get one or the other. I could see, from the Heat side, obviously, yeah, it's a deal that you have to make. But from the Wizards side, they can't be so dumb that they know that if we trade Bradley Beal, we're still going to get a lot for John Wall. Because the only worth for John Wall is that you could possibly partner him with Bradley Beal in a trade.
They have to unload him. And they said they're not going to rush him to get back. So, like realistically speaking, who is going to take John Wall?
I don't know. Whoever doesn't have a point guard? Knicks?
They have Dennis Smith.
Nobody, really.
I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, no one. And Dennis Smith isn't great. You know what I'm saying? Dennis Smith isn't great. But young Dennis Smith at 21, 22, John Wall coming off an Achilles injury.
Yeah.
I'm taking it to Dennis Smith.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking Dennis Smith. Like, no one wants. They're going to have to eat that contract.
Yeah.
They're going to eat it. And so the only thing you can do is trade Bradley Beal to get in some assets and some picks. Because they're not going to give you anything for John Wall.
It's not, you're going to have to, someone's going to give you more than Tyler Hero and some picks for Bradley Beal.
Well, they're going to give you the unload picks or whatever. And then they'll give you a pick. And you can have anybody on our roster except for Jimmy Butler.
All right, there's only one problem I have about that.
What?
Bradley Beal's going to be, by the All-Star break, he's going to be on a beach, but it's not going to be that one.
So what beat you talking about, big dog?
Clippers or Lakers? I think he's going to get traded
Really?
to an LA team. Clippers or Lakers? I think Clippers.
As a Laker fan, I would love for him to get traded to the Lakers.
Kawhi said, so in the interview that was, not the interview, but the, transmission that was put out, he was like, your team's not very good.
I heard that.
Get me Paul George, and the name that they don't say is give me Bradley Beal.
Yeah, he
said
Bradley
that too.
Beal, so yeah.
They got Paul George, and Kawhi, he seems like kind of an evil genius all of a sudden.
Right.
Where he has to know that, hey, I said get me 2 people, and you only got me 1.
Right,
so you're getting me one of those soon enough.
Yeah.
So I could see maybe Miami, but as far as I think he's going to.
The Clippers have the assets.
Yeah.
The Clippers have the assets. Like, they would probably unload Pat Bev.
Landry Shamet.
Yeah, they would unload all those guys for Bradley Beal. Hey man, like you said, he is an evil genius though. Kawhi is like, but Kawhi is like Pinky in the Brain, man. He's like the brain. He was like trying to take over the world, and like he is really trying to take over the NBA world right now. He is a freaking evil genius, like for real. You know, like I was just talking about this to somebody else, man. I was like, who thought this kid, the quiet guy from San Antonio, you know what I'm saying, that was on the San Antonio bench, who would have thought this kid?
It started to come out when all the stuff with San Antonio happened.
Yeah.
But then I'm trying to think of a good example of what you talk for a minute. I'm going to think of something.
I mean, he was just sitting there and was like, yeah, my thigh hurts, my thigh hurts, my thigh hurts. I don't want to play here, my thigh hurts, my thigh hurts. Okay, I'll play a little bit. Nope, I won't play again, my thigh hurts, my thigh hurts. And then he was like, I want to be traded to LA. It was like, what? Where does this come from? Why is he saying this? And it just, he's got more and more evil since then. Like, he doesn't trust the NBA. And he's like, for real, he's pulling the moves that LeBron should have pulled early. You know what I'm saying? Like, when LeBron was with Cleveland, you're not giving me any help. I'm playing through everything. LeBron should have got out of there early.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And look, I love it. I love it. The players have all the power in the NBA right now. I freaking love it. But you know that is going to change because that new collective bargaining agreement is on the horizon. Um, but yeah, that's my three. That is my three.
All right, so I'm gonna have to defend my Celtics a little bit, right?
Please,
here.
please.
I have them as a 3. You have them not even in the playoffs.
No.
So the one thing about the Celtics is kind of addition by subtraction.
Okay.
And this is a good point that Jack brought up a couple days ago when we shot the first 1 year anniversary one. This is obviously being part 2. He said the Celtics recently. So the last formula that really worked for them was when their point guard, when they had Rondo,
Right.
Pierce, and
Right.
Kevin Garnett,
Right.
where they had a passing point guard and then 2 players that could score.
Right.
Then they kind of went through 2 players, rotated through 2 players that were the opposite of that. Isaiah Thomas, that didn't work, so they got a player that was Isaiah Thomas 2.0, and Kyrie Irving. That didn't work. Now they kind of went back to that Rondo, except he can score a little bit better, pass a little bit worse, but still more of a willing passer than the 2
Kemba.
prior.
Okay.
Kemba.
Okay.
Then obviously you got Tatum, who
Who's
Pierce
just
light
scoring.
at
Right.
best.
Right.
Could potentially turn into something close to that maybe.
Okay. What else you got?
And then other than that, they got young players. They have Marcus Smart, one of the best defenders, perimeter wing defenders,
Absolutely.
first team all defense.
Yeah.
And then Kemba isn't a bad defender.
No, he's just small.
Yeah, he's just small, but he's not a bad defender. Then other than that,
See, that's my issue. Like, other than that, you have like you lost Al Horford.
right?
You Jalen Brand.
You got a buzz cut. So I mean,
That's how you know you're
he's
going
being
downhill.
smarter.
No, he's going downhill. He's you more than Enes Kanter,
Right.
one of the worst pick and roll defenders of all time.
Right. And then they still have
We're reaching here.
they still have Gordon Hayward, who could, hopefully will have a better season.
Hopefully.
I'm rooting for him.
Hopefully.
And then other than that, yeah, they don't have a whole.
They don't have a whole lot, man.
They have.
That's why I had them out. Like
Robert Williams, backup center. He's
unproven commodities.
lanky, athletic. But
That's it.
they're better than the Charlotte Hornets when Kemba was the best player on them. And
Okay.
they almost made the playoffs. And now this roster is better than that. So you have to think that they'd make the playoffs. And for me, at least be a 3 seed.
See, this is what I'm saying. The Heat, even though they're not constructed very well. They got Drag, they got Butler, they got the kid, Bam, Kelly Olynyk, what's Johnson's first name?
James.
James Johnson.
Well, actually, he didn't show up to training camp.
Oh, are you serious?
And like he was really out of shape, so they cut him.
James. He's oh man, he's vital to my to the selection. James. But still, still got Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters coming back, Waiters Island.
Yeah, and Hero. God, James. Man, that might test some things. Cause James is a mismatch guy. Like
Right.
he, out of the people that can really defend, he can defend 3, 4, and 5, and then
I told you earlier it was fire on here.
and then he can shoot the 3, he can dribble drive. Man, James, you gotta get in shape, dog. What is up? You get paid millions of dollars, man. All right, well, I'm not gonna disqualify my pick because I said it. I
Right.
said it now. It's out there. You know what I'm saying? So, James.
So now I'm assuming we have the same 2 in the same, or not necessarily in the same order, but we have the same 2 teams.
Yep, same 2 teams.
All right, on the count of 3, let's both say
2. Who you got? 2. We'll do 2.
2 and then 1. So
All right.
2 first.
Milwaukee.
All right, so I agree with you,
Okay.
but
You agree with me?
I said 3. I was gonna say 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
And then
You said
start
2.
counting, and you
Yeah.
said Milwaukee.
All I heard was 2. Milwaukee.
Yeah, but I agree with you on Milwaukee.
All right.
So, Heidi, you speak for both of us.
Well, like I said, I don't think their roster got better. I just think that Giannis will continue to improve. But, they're a 2 seed.
Right.
Without a complimentary player, even though they signed Chris Middleton to all that money, he's really not a Robin.
Yeah.
He's more of a third wheel guy. And Giannis got to shoot. He got to shoot mid range and threes, man. Like They lost the freaking FIBA World Championship because that Joker couldn't shoot.
Yep.
Like, the blueprint is out, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he'll have his numbers from the regular season, but in the playoffs, that's what teams are going to do to him.
Yeah.
They're going to wall him off.
Yeah, I have them as the 2 seed for the same reasons you said. And then the reason I don't have them at the 1 seed isn't necessarily because they got worse, but because the 76ers have the MVP.
Yeah. They have the what?
The MVP.
Who's the MVP?
Joel Embiid. 2019-2020 MVP. Lock it in right now. If he does not get injured, he will win MVP. That's what I said on the last video, and I'm sticking with it now.
All right. Okay.
Then they have potentially most improved player, dark horse, Ben Simmons. If he comes in and shoots a jump shot.
If he shoots a jump shot.
If he comes in and shoots even like 25% from 3, I can basically guarantee you he will win most improved. Just for that.
Yeah. I'm not even disagreeing with that.
And then Al Horford is better for the team than Jimmy Butler.
Okay. I agree.
And then
Tobias Harris
is
still a good third wheel.
Josh Richardson is just comparable to Jimmy Butler's defense, I guess you could say, maybe a little bit worse. Offensively, he's not as good
as JJ, but I mean, he's a good role player.
Right.
He's a good locker room guy too.
Yeah. And they still have another Wahoo, Mike Scott, good 3-point shooter coming off the bench.
Wahoo!
He had a lot of really good games last year.
Yeah, he did.
So.
Look, I think they're the best team in the East, hands down.
I think so too.
Hands down, I think they're the best team in the East.
All right, so I think I'm pretty proud of myself because I didn't leave any teams out. And last time I did this, I left out the Raptors because I couldn't think straight. All right, so real quick before we move on to the West, dark horse team to make it into the playoffs.
Boston.
That wouldn't really surprise anybody.
Atlanta.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
Atlanta.
All right, so we agree on that. We agree on our 1 and our 2. Other than that, it's basically a wash. So now, let's move on to the Western Conference. The West is the best.
LeBron's Playhouse.
So we'll start with the 8 seed, and then we can work our way up to discussing what you just said.
We can start by handing the trophy to LeBron. LeBron's Playhouse. Did you see them? They only played the first half.
The Warriors didn't have their 2 centers play. And it's
they only played the first half.
And it's still the preseason.
Did you see those numbers?
Anthony Davis are like 22. LeBron at 15.
He had 18.
Oh, okay.
LeBron's Playhouse. All right.
So, start off with the 8 seed.
All right.
You want to start or you want me to start this time?
Golden State Warriors.
Okay. That's
8 seed.
very different from what I have, Matt.
8 seed.
Mine's San Antonio.
I don't have them making the playoffs.
The Spurs and the
22
Celtics
years straight.
are not missing in
Comes to an end. 2019, 2020, baby. Comes to an end.
Tim Duncan's the new assistant coach.
Oh, yeah, definitely coming to an end.
DeJounte Murray coming back from injury.
He can't shoot a jump
Marcus
shot.
Aldridge, DeMar DeRozan, Rudy Ye.
Oh, God. You're naming dinosaurs.
They're making the playoffs. They
They're
never
making
miss the playoffs.
And they will this year.
They're not missing it.
The West is too deep.
The West is deep, but the Spurs.
It's too
the Spurs
deep.
Is never.
And a game here and there, a game that you give away here and there, it's going to cost you.
They took the Nuggets to 7 games last year, the 2 seed to 7 games.
I
Didn't lose anybody.
They're built
and
for
they're gonna
playoff.
go that much worse.
No, they're not going to be that much worse. But what I'm saying is they barely made the playoffs last year. Like, they were skidding out of it.
And I think they got better. Derek White is going to have a whole year to do what he did in the playoffs. LaMarcus Aldridge is going to have another full year to be an all-star, all-NBA type guy. DeMar DeRozan is going to have another year to contend for an all-star position. I mean, they have the pieces. They have the coach. They have Tim Duncan.
Did you say Tim Duncan? Tim Duncan?
Assistant coach Tim Duncan.
He won't help them win a game.
I think he will.
I don't think so.
So, you have the Warriors as the 8 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Any reasoning? Or just...
I mean, that's how it's going to fall.
All right.
Because it's just Steph Curry and D'Lo.
Right.
Draymond. They need, you know what I'm saying? Like, until Klay Thompson gets healthy, like, you're going to see a lot of box and one stuff on Steph Curry, man.
My pick later on for the Warriors you're gonna blow your mind. Guaranteed. Alright, 7th seed, moving on.
All right, who you got?
All right, the West is a little bit tougher to do off the top of your head than the East because there are really 13 teams that can contend.
Yeah.
So again, I'm going to count out the obvious ones first. Suns.
Okay.
Can't really count out
Memphis.
Memphis, yeah. Other than that, you got
That's
teams on the border like the Pelicans, Kings, who aren't. If they're not 8 seeds, they're probably not making it. Really.
right.
I don't think the Mavericks will make it, so there I count out 5 teams. So 7 seed, I'll go with Portland.
That's my 7 seed as well.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my 7 seed.
Again, they didn't get any better. They got Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, but that's just a filler for
Nurkic
until
lateral
he gets
move.
there. Right. And then when Nurkic gets better, like be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for Portland to make a big move with Hassan Whiteside and probably CJ McCollum getting up out of there.
You think CJ McCollum too?
Well, that's the only way you're gonna bring in a big all-star.
Right.
That's the only way it's gonna happen.
So I don't think I think they peaked last year.
Who's better, CJ McCollum or Bradley Beal?
I'm biased to CJ McCollum, but I'll have to go with Beal.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Bradley Beal's definitely going to be on the block.
Right.
I mean,
But CJ McCollum and Bradley Beal again is a lateral move.
That's what I'm saying, but you got to do something.
Right.
I think Bradley Beal's a better defender than CJ.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, you got to do something.
If only you guys had drafted Kevin Durant back 2007.
When had his issue.
First pick. Not Greg Oden.
Hey, who knew Greg Oden was going to be like that, though?
Well,
Like, Greg Oden was the best player in college basketball. He was the best player in college. Don't do that. He was the best player in college basketball.
alright. Where did he go to?
Ohio State.
Okay. Kevin Durant went to the Texas.
Oh my God. You know Ohio State won. Did they win the national championship that year?
I don't think so.
I think they might have, or they went to the finals. I think they did win it because I want to say they beat Derrick Rose in them.
Chicago? Or not Chicago, Memphis.
Yeah, I think so.
They weren't in the same draft class, Kevin Durant and Derrick Rose, were they?
I don't know. No, Derrick Rose was
No, they
drafted
couldn't have
number
been
one.
because Kevin Durant won Rookie of the Year and Derrick Rose won Rookie of the Year.
We have to Google this stuff.
Yeah.
Let's Google this. We'll come back to this.
Right.
But Greg Oden was the best player in college basketball.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So now on to the 6th seed. I'll let you start off this time.
6 seed. 6 seed. Wait a minute. 6 seed. I think I have the Rockets at the 6.
All right.
I think. No. You got me going all kind of crazy going backwards.
I got 5 teams. What do you think of 6? This is tough.
Right. OKC's not gonna make it.
Right. We forgot to count them. So
Utah.
that's your 6th seed?
No, I have them at 4.
All right. So let's just go over so we got teams that we haven't mentioned yet.
Okay.
The Jazz, the Lakers, the Rockets, the Clippers,
Those are basically my top 4.
and then we said the Mavericks are out. So we got these 4. I still haven't said the Warriors, and then there's one more team that both of us are leaving out.
We're so leaving somebody out right now.
Who made it last year? We had
OKC is out.
OKC's out. Yeah.
So the Lakers didn't make it last year.
Lakers, yep. So they're in.
This I have the Kings making it.
Okay.
Warriors are my 7th seed. Portland is my 6th. So I go Portland, Warriors, Kings.
Okay.
That's why I have 6, 7, 8.
All right.
Because then I have 5, 4.
I still think we're leaving out.
I know we're leaving
top
somebody
team.
out. But then I have the Jazz, Rockets, Lakers, Clippers.
All right.
Hold on, we're missing somebody
we
big.
definitely are missing someone. So 1 seed last year was the Warriors.
Warriors, Rockets,
The Rockets were the 4 seed.
4 seed.
So-
Who was 2? Portland was 2.
Portland was-
Oh, Denver.
Denver.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So do you still have the Kings making it then?
Yes. I have Kings at 8, Warriors at 7, Portland 6.
So then one of your teams is gonna have to fall out.
Who?
Wait, never mind. I had 6, you had 5.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm good.
All right. Let's stop at 6 and then we'll move forward.
Okay.
So for my 6th seed, then I'll put the Rockets.
I have the Rockets actually a lot higher.
Not necessarily because I don't think they're going to do well, but the 5 teams I have ahead of them, I just think could all win
really
55
good.
plus games.
Absolutely, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. In the West is so hard, man. And then we talk about seeds 3 through 7 could be decided by a game and a half, 2 games at most. So all this stuff is like real subjective. I mean, it's just we're pulling names out of a hat right now. You know what I'm saying? Like my 4 or 5 matchup could easily be the 2-6. I mean the 2-7 or the 3-6. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's how it falls in the West.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But who you have?
I have Rockets.
Rockets. Okay.
So now 5 seed.
5 seed.
All figured it out now.
Jazz.
Yes. I'm gonna go with the Nuggets again.
Okay.
Don't think they got any worse. Just the other teams got better. I think last year might have been a little bit of a fluke. This year we can test it a little bit more because you don't just go from the 9 seed to the 2 seed all of a
right?
sudden.
That doesn't happen.
That happens normally over the course of a couple of years. You go maybe 9, 7, and you work your way up.
How you feel about that backcourt though? Murray and
Gary Harris.
Yeah.
Gary Harris, he's a player I like, but he hasn't really proven a whole lot.
I agree.
Jamal Murray is one of my least favorite players.
Wow.
I think he's cocky. I think.
He's a Kentucky boy.
Yeah, so I don't like him. So.
Kentucky guy.
I don't know. I don't like Kentucky very much.
And they got Jokic, the Joker.
I do like Nikola Jokic. Paul Millsap coming back for, I believe, year 14.
God, he's old.
Other than that, though, again, they don't have many players. They have.
I actually think they got better through experience. So they still have Barton, Will Barton. They still, what's the kid that had back surgery? The rookie.
Miles Bridges.
Yeah, he'll be back.
And they traded for Jeremy Grant from the Thunder.
Right, that's going to be a big addition because
Right.
because teams are now going small ball, they can actually leave their center in the game and get really, really athletic. Take Paul Millsap off the floor and get super athletic and long all the way across the board. I mean, they could be really scary. I mean, that's why they're my 4 seed.
All right, nice transition there, sir. That's pretty smooth. My 4th seed.
Debate next. Beep, 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 beep.
I'm gonna have it as the Utah Jazz.
Okay, so we basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do think they got better, so move up a slot.
Okay.
But other than that, not too much better.
All right.
Now 3 seed.
My 3 seed is actually going to be the Lakers.
All right.
All right. 3 seed is going to be the Lakers simply because they will do load management.
Right.
On LeBron, on AD. Like they're not going to gamble a whole lot. They're going to beat the teams they're supposed to beat, but on back-to-back nights, they're going to sit them.
Right.
And the Rondo, he's going to get hurt somewhere along the lines. They have too many people who get hurt a lot on their roster.
Right.
For them to be, they need to be the 1 seed, which is why I don't have them winning the trophy. They need to have the 1 seed because they're going to end up playing, somebody from the East who's going to have a better record.
Right. This is kind of a Freaky Friday situation because you have the Lakers at the 3 seed and I have the Clippers at the 3 seed.
Wow.
Normally, you would be the one that's hating on the Clippers and I would be the one hating on the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm not hating on the Clippers. They got a good roster.
Paul George is going to be out till mid-November with the shoulder. So that's already him missing 15 games.
Yeah.
Not to mention the games he'll probably miss later on. Not to mention the games now that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both won't be playing together.
Right.
Assuming he sits some.
Oh, he's going to do load management.
And then, other than that, the Clippers didn't really load manage anybody last year, and they did pretty well for those 6 games in the playoffs. And Montrezl Harrell, Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams seems like the type of guy that would say, don't sit me. But those guys, after the All-Star break, probably went about a little bit over 500. I don't remember their exact record. So that team, those 5, without Paul George and Kawhi, is still a playoff team. Now add them in for 60 games, and you're looking at 55, 59 wins. But Paul George and Kawhi aren't going to play 82.
Right.
So that's why I dock them a couple.
Okay. I actually have the Clippers as my 2.
And I actually have the Lakers as my 2.
That's not bad.
Thank you.
Yep.
So.
And my number 1 seed, Houston Rockets.
All right, my number 1 seed is. I'm surprised you haven't caught on. Do you know who it is?
The Warriors?
Warriors.
Insane. My 1 seed is the Rockets simply because the system is for regular season basketball.
My 1 seed is the Warriors because the dynasty is not over.
I agree. It's not over.
I'm not counting them out from being in the finals.
Me either.
This team, we're counting, or at least you are, but this team could easily win 60 games.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yes.
absolutely not. They will limp through the first part of the regular season, then they'll catch fire, and then they'll end up being what did I say, the 7th seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be a 7th seed comfortably in the 7th. But they'll push. They're going to push on everybody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're going to have some of the greatest records and great basketball in the regular season that we haven't had in a long time in the NBA.
Right.
Because everybody's going to want to beat the Warriors, and early on they are going to beat the Warriors, and then the Warriors are going to catch fire, and then it's going to push everybody to keep winning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But
They still have Steph. They still have Draymond.
yeah,
Kevin Looney. They still have him.
that's not good enough to win.
They got Willie Cauley-Stein.
It's not definitely not good
They got
enough to win.
D'Angelo Russell. They got Jordan Poole through the draft, who I think is going to be pretty good. Glenn Robinson third.
Stop playing with me, man.
Steve Kerr.
Stop playing with me,
Draymond
man.
Green's going to go on his Defensive Player of the Year campaign. I don't think he'll win it, but he's going to be in the consideration again. We're looking at old Warriors again.
No, we're not.
Not the 73-win Warriors, but first championship Warriors.
No, we're not.
We got Klay Thompson light and D'Angelo Russell.
No, we do not.
This team, this is 2015,
They're gonna have to
2016
flip. They're gonna have to
Warriors.
flip roles. So D'Angelo's gonna have to be Steph Curry.
Right.
Steph Curry's gonna have to be Klay Thompson.
All right.
Steph Curry isn't capable of downsizing his game to be Klay Thompson.
I don't know. I think there's going to be something special to watch every night if you're watching the Warriors.
Yeah, get beat.
I don't see it. They're going to be
Look, they're gonna have one of the worst defensive backcourts in the NBA.
but they're going to be putting up a lot of points.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody in the West
This is
puts
the
up
thing
points.
I can see with the Warriors. I think if they can keep a game between like 5, 7 points, or anywhere between like 0 and 7 points in the last 5 minutes, but I don't see them being able to do it for 82 games.
I just, like I said, thinking long term and also thinking about how the game is played now. The pick and roll stuff. Steph is already horrible in pick and roll. D'Lo isn't much better.
Yeah. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but I kind of have faith in the Warriors.
Okay.
So now, real quick, let's do conference finals for both conferences.
All right.
Our
East.
finals.
East, who you got?
So I got Bucks and 76ers. The
Same.
1 versus 2.
Same.
All right.
Who wins?
Can't spoil that yet.
All right, gotcha.
In the Western Conference,
Who you got?
I'll have the Battle of California. Clippers versus the Warriors.
I actually do not have that because I have them as 2 and 3,
Right.
so they will play each other in the second round.
Yes.
Second round.
Well, I don't have that either. I don't have
Round.
the. Wait, what? I don't have the Clippers and the Lakers.
Right, you can.
Right.
Right. So who you got?
I have the Clippers and the Warriors.
Oh, so you got Clippers and Warriors.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
I have
so
one
you
as
got
the
battle,
one,
battle of that.
and I have one as the 3. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay. I actually have the Nuggets versus the Lakers.
What did you have the Nuggets as? The 5?
I have the Nuggets at the 4.
Oh wow. So you think they'll beat the?
They'll beat Houston.
All right. Yeah, I can see that. And then finals, I have. So we'll both say our teams from the East because they were the same, and then we'll say our what. So East,
Okay. Philly.
76ers
Yeah.
versus
Lakers. Lakers.
and our champions,
Philly.
Clippers.
Philly.
All right, so video and so like I said, we'll talk about this more in our next video. And until then, 1 year, 65 subscribers. Like I said in the last one, let's get that to 150 by the 2-year anniversary. 150, and we'll do something crazy for you. Stretch, you have any messages to the fans that have been here since day 1?
Hey man, thanks for sticking it out with us. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying the ride. Please continue to ask your friends to download it and subscribe and watch. And we're only gonna get better from here, man.
Yep. So I hope you guys enjoyed your first full season of the Debate Mates.
Hey.
Last year you caught on at playoff time. Now we got a full year NBA basketball to look forward to.
Hey, look, it was a pleasure, man. It was awesome stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome stuff.
Year of fun, and continue to keep shooting videos.
Hey, keep doing the dream, baby.
Yeah.
I'm here for you, man.
I hope you guys enjoyed, and Debate Mates out.
Debate, man.